Hello my friends and welcome to a new video for Infinity Kingdom. This is Pyakia, an official police officer for Infinity Kingdom. And I'm going to make changes for my lightning march. As you know, my lightning march suffered a lot, and let me allocate here. We have lightnings. So I have Richard, I have Jinkies, Hammurabi, Ilcid, and also Peter. Darius is not fully stars. I have YSJ. And I used to use Ilcid, I used Tokugawa. Where is Tokugawa? I can see, because I have Tokugawa here, and also Luis. So, because I have lots of Lightning Immortals, I'm not satisfied with my Lightning March. I could use Peter the Great, but Peter is Spearman, and sadly, also Darius is Spearman, even though I don't have Darius fully upgraded. I'm not focused on my Spearman technology. When I finish all my technology, especially the Spearman technology, I might use Peter. If I maximize Darius, I might use Darius because I like him. But for now, we will exclude Peter and Darius. I'm using for my Lightning March, I used Luis. I'm not using this one. This one is the new setup. I just changed it by now, and I was trying it before I record this video. So I used Luis alongside with Richard because I want Richard to make his stun, and I have an exclusive artifact for Richard. And 60% chance to have a stun is a good stun rate. That's why I'm using Adrenaline Rush, because I want Richard to stun as many immortals as possible. I might change Richard in the future if I got satisfied with Bjorn enough. And my changes right now, I removed Luis from Richard and I used Bjorn. Let's see first Luis in action and see the differences between Luis and Bjorn in action. So let's check the defenses defeat. We need to check our Lightning March, what my Lightning March did to something like a main march for Microdeath. Microdeath is using a main march of Hannibal. He's using lots of good skill like Vitality, Spring of Life, Energy Shield. So this march here is not a good march to test on, but yeah, he faced my Lightning March, and as you see, I had a couple of damage on Luis, 1,400,000, and this is not something good on an attack immortal, even though he does magical attack, but he didn't do or does much damage compared to Richard. Richard is a defensive immortal, made 800,000 damage. So this is for a defensive immortal is good, even though the stun won't work on the mixed march or frontline. So it's a bad use for Richard. So when we want to see other matchups, we will see here. This is the Lightning March facing a quarter Lightning March, and this is facing also another mixed march using Toxin Barrier, Wind Rage, Berserker, Spring of Life, Vitality Touch. He's using lots of good skills, and also Energy Shield. Everybody now does have Energy Shield. On the stats, the matchup, this is with Bjorn. The matchup lasts 34 seconds, and we want something else. We want Bjorn in action here. Bjorn didn't go in action here, and I believe Bjorn went in action here on the middle. Yep. So this is his march. He has Tutankhamun, he has Blade of Vortex, he has Bjorn, he has Tumaris, he has Himiko, and also he has Storm Strike. And for this matchups, I won against this Shadow March, and as you see, my Jinkies made lots of damage. Let's check the skills on Jinkies, and we will see that Jinkies is using as a bellow for Morabi because I'm using assist on him. But how did my Jinkies make all of these damage? It's because of Bjorn's skill. Bjorn's skill creates a scorched earth under your feet that lasts 9 seconds and increases the damage dealt to the enemy team within this shorted earth by 20%. So Hammurabi and Jinkies is going to have more 20 damage percentage, and also at the same time our units gain 25% physical attack. So Jinkies will benefit from this physical attack, also anybody else, but physical attack on Jinkies is better, and as lifesteal. So this physical attack is going to also be working as lifesteal. and our front row team's resilience is increased by an additional 30%. So my front row is going to be immune to crit rates by 30%, and this is good because I'm using physical defense on him and guard for him, because I know that he's going to have resilience from his ultimate skill, and his ultimate skill lasts for 9 seconds. 9 seconds is more than enough for me. Also, Richard is using resilience value guard, but I might change this according to the stats I'm going to see from Bjorn. And until now, I'm satisfied with the value and amount of damage I'm getting from Hammurabi and Jinkies, alongside having Bjorn instead of Luis. Let's check Luis here. Increases Hammurabi damage because it has 55% to trigger lightning with each attack, dealing magical damage and increasing the magical damage rate received by 20% for 3 seconds. So Hammurabi might deal 20% more damage for the enemy team that going to have this debuff on them, but Luis only increases the physical magical damage on a couple of immortals, maybe 1 or 2, but Bjorn will make everybody take additional 30% damage, so it's going to be 10 more percentage, and he's going to affect 4 immortals, and also he's going to make this damage sorry, not 30%, sorry, it's going to be 20%. I mistaken. He's going to increase the damage taken by 20%, so it's the same as Luis, but more immortals is going to be affected, and also 20% damage increased. That's going to be affecting Genghis Khan as well, not also Hammurabi, but Luis is going to make Hammurabi deal magical damage more, but here Genghis is going to deal also more magical damage using Bjorn instead of just Hammurabi is going to be have more damage from Luis. So this is a mixed march. I know that my mixed march or my lightning march is not good versus mixed marches, but because my lightning march is a third march and their mixed marches are main marches, as you see, their mixed marches have 8 and 8 dragon talents, and they have 4 and 4 not fully upgraded lightning dragon. So I have to maximize the efforts I'm going to see from this lightning march. I need to upgrade my dragon to 8 and 8 and maximize the level to level 55 and increase the boost for them. Should I convert them to mixed marches or not? But in the face of other marches or mixed marches damaged, I see that I deals lots of damage and tons of damage. As you see, this is a third march facing a first march, mixed march. But compared to anything else, like my third march versus second or third marches, this with Bjorn is way more better than Luis, as I described the Wither Realm. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.